Take a look at something. All right, you might think this is a grandmother and a grandson and they're out taking a walk. In fact, you'd be wrong. You're watching 72-year-old Mary Huntley taking a walk with her husband, 1-week-old husband, 22-year-old Daniel Huntley. Mary and Daniel are here today to talk about married life and what it's like when there is a 50-year age difference between the husband and the wife. That's the longest span that we've ever had on our show. Male, female, female, male. Also with us, by the way, is one of Mary's 6 children. This is Becky. Now, Becky is 10 years older than her new stepfather. And we're not here so much to ask her how it feels, but Becky was the maid of honor last week at her mother's wedding. Later in the show, you are going to meet other couples that you might think shouldn't even be together. They're all here to say, love can conquer all. I guess we'll call this the 3 most unusual couples in America. Mary, tell me about the night you met Dan. Where did the 2 of you meet?
Well, we were at Mike's Lounge at Pittsfield. It's a tavern, what it were. And he come in and sat down beside of me, and we danced a little bit. Of course, we was both drinking a little bit of beer.
How much beer, Mary?
Well, about a quart. Oh, I don't know. Right now.
You better make it about 4 pitchers.
Yeah, 4 pitchers.
Each
right.
one of you.
Oh,
do you, Mary, at 72, do you usually put away 4 pitchers of beer?
Absolutely.
You're not exactly the stereotype image of grandmother, and you're not only, you have how many grandchildren?
I got 24 grandchildren and 11 great-grandchildren. And I'm the mother of 11 children.
So it's 11, 20, 30, and you were in this bar. Do you go to the bar regularly?
No, not all the time.
A lot?
No, not a lot.
This was the night you were in the bar.
Yes, and he come in there, he sat down beside of me, and another lady was sitting there, a friend of his, and she made me acquainted with Dan. Well, then we got up and we danced a while, and when it come time to close, we went home. I took him home with me.
Mary, did you feel wicked when you did this? When you took? You didn't feel wicked?
No, I sure didn't.
Well, I just wondered, Dan, you must have been attracted to Mary. You wouldn't have asked her to dance.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, there was only just the 3 of us there, and we was just talking along and drinking and having fun, and I ended up just asking her to dance with us, so we ended up going, and we danced through the night, and then after we got home, and then about 3 o'clock in the morning, I asked her to marry me.
Why did you do this?
Well, I didn't know about anything else. It's just, I told my mom and I told everybody else, I said, I'm going to get married before I even hit 30.
And you wanted to, but you're only 22.
Oh, I know it, but I hit it just out of the Illinois, the other way. It's just
something you wanted to do?
Yeah, it's something, it's so different.
To be married?
Yeah, it's different being married.
Lonely too.
Really?
Well, lonely, yes. That's the part, yeah.
They're both lonely.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
So you've only been married a week. I guess it's a little early to tell.
Well, not really.
Not
we
really.
had our spatches already.
You've already had...
Oh, yeah.
What have you been arguing about?
Oh, just little bitty things. I mean, about leaving things around and ain't supposed to be laying around, but I know all her kids are growing up by now, but still, though, it's just little things.
But, Dan, I mean, people had to have said that you're marrying somebody 50 years older. Did you not think about that?
Well, there's a lot of people that told me I was marrying a 72-year lady, but it didn't bother me at all. It's just the way I felt about her, and if they didn't like it, that was their tough luck.
How do you feel about her?
Well, I love her very much. I mean, for a short week of time, she's a great woman. I mean, I can get along with her, and she cooks my dinner for me. She cooks my breakfast. Oh, I'll get up and do it. I mean, I can get up and do things like that. I mean, I can get up and cook and everything like that. But usually she's...
Is he a good cook?
Yes,
But she usually just says, you stay there and I'll cook and I'll fix you coffee and things like that. So
You can bring her coffee in bed.
sometimes.
Well, now, Mary, from your point of view, there are younger men and then there's much younger men.
Oh, yes.
What made you decide to do this?
I don't know, because I loved him.
And she's bullheaded.
She's what?
She's bullheaded. When she sets her mind to do something, she'll do
I'm
it.
going to do it.
What did the family think, Becky?
Well, at first, she wanted me to come pick her up. She wanted to come to the house. She said she had her and her friend was going to come to the house, and I thought, well, that's okay. So me and my husband and my 3 little boys went to pick her up. And on the way home, she says, oh, guess what? She says, we're getting married.
What did you think?
Don't forget mother-in-law.
Yeah, and Billy's mom. And I thought, my God, Mom, he's young. Like that. You're not actually going to marry him, are you? Yes, I'm going to marry him, you know. And I thought, I got home and I told my husband, I said, my God, she's marrying that younger woman. She's nuts. I just know it.
That younger man, yeah.
A younger man. I said,
All right, I was going to...
So what did your husband say, Becky?
He says, well, you've got to let your mother live her own life. He said, because if you don't, you know, you're going to have problems, and that with your mom. And I thought, well, the more I thought about it, I thought, well, if that's what she wants out of life, you know, it's fine. You know, as long as he makes her happy and he don't mistreat her, that's fine.
And did you talk to him about what his intentions were and everything?
I told him, I said, if you ever do anything wrong to hurt my mother, you will pay.
Uh-huh.
And that, because my mom has been hurt a lot in her lifetime, and she deserves someone that's going to love her
So
and treat
do
her
you
good.
think this will work out?
Well, sure, because they're always loving. I've never seen anybody love like these two. They're always kissing and,
What
and
are they
hugging.
doing?
They'll do it anywhere. You just walk down the street.
What do you mean they'll do it anywhere?
They're kissing and hugging and that.
Yes, we do
They're
it
always
about,
kissing
we
and
do it about
hugging.
anywhere we go. I mean, it's just...
What does this mean, we'll do it about anywhere?
She's just a special woman. I mean, we'll go around, and there's someone that's just around us. We've kissed in the malls and things like that.
They'll go right
and
down the aisles and you'll turn around and look, and
people
there they'll
look
be,
and they'll
standing there
say,
kissing
hey,
away, you know.
He's kissing that grandson of hers. Well, you know,
the grandson.
But you were not kissing her in a grandson way.
No.
Wait a minute. All right. When you were first talking about this, I was having the feeling that this is kind of like a setup. You know, it was a platonic thing. You had somebody take care of you, and you weren't lonely, and you had somebody to take care of you. Is this marriage...
It's working out fine.
No, but that's not what I'm asking. Is this marriage a consummated marriage?
Well, I think so.
You mean you don't know?
I don't know for sure, but I think that we're going to live too.
Shall I explain what consummated means?
No, yes.
Okay, come over here. Consummated means that you're having sex.
Yes.